a goosey, the deco, I'm in your day. No extra life, ain't no pond to replay. If Cyrus, your sinus, we only spoke chronic. Your highest, your highness, one us is opponent. I hit the kill shot and collect on my bonus. I came with my bros in the game like we Jonas.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? Dope Reality here, back on our video. Before we get into the video, if you guys could please drop a like and subscribe, I really would appreciate that a lot. And turn on your post notifications so you get alerted when I post a new video. I do daily 2K content, so every day you're gonna get a video from me. But pretty much in this video, I'm going over the best stretch 5 build on NBA 2K21 current gen. By no means do I think this build is comp, but it is something different, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants to make a stretch. So I'm gonna be giving you guys, in my opinion, the best stretch 5 build. Of course, there's different ways to make it, and some of them might fill your needs, and maybe the one I make might fill your needs. I don't know, but of course, you know, this is the way I think is gonna be the best way to make it. So position, of course, is gotta be center. That's the only way you can get a stretch 5, because the center is the 5 position. Hands, whatever you like, and jersey numbers also whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. You can change it later depending on what team you're on. Then of course, for the skill breakdown, you go with the pure stretch. There's other ways to get a stretch 5, but I want to go over the pure stretch first because I'm sure that's what people are pretty much looking for anyway. So with the pure stretch, then of course for the physical profile, you can go with a couple of them. I think the best one is going to be the just equal pie chart. I don't see a benefit to going like speed invert because you obviously want some strength because you are going to be a little bit slower. So I guess compensating for that would be having some strength. But of course, you can just go max speed if you want to be faster, but I don't really think you need speed with a stretch anymore. It used to be kind of important when you can like ISO with it, but now you really can't ISO with a stretch, so you just might as well go like equal, have a little bit of speed, a little bit of strength, and a little bit of vert and stuff. But now I'm gonna do all the attributes and explain them after. So now we're into the attributes and badges, and as you guys can see, this is a pretty much straight up spot up build. It's not meant to do very much besides spot up and also maybe run some pick and pops. Defensively, it's not crazy good, but it does have some benefits. It has pretty good interior defense, enough to get the job done. Perimeter defense is not great, but it's just up, so you can get 9 defensive badges. No lateral quickness. I don't see this build being very good on like just perimeter defense anyways. So at least having perimeter defense allows you to get some kind of jump shot contest. Of course, you have steal, so you can play the lanes. Block, of course, up, so you can get blocks. And then offensive and defense or rebound is up because you are the big man, and it'll be nice to get some boards if you ever need to. Now, of course, finishing wise, it's not too crazy. I don't think you need driving lamp because most of the time you're gonna be in the paint. It's gonna be some kind of dunk anyway. You're pretty tall. Of course, the benefit to having driving dunk and standing dunk is driving dunk allows you to dunk the ball once you get the ball like near the paint, and then standing dunk is pretty much good for when you're sitting at the block or something like that. I don't see this build going too much near the paint too often, but of course you still can, you know, finish at the rim as long as you're open. One thing I do like about this build though is that with it being a pick and pop option, and a lethal pick and pop option at that, it allows you to do things like slip a lot, because the only real good way and effective way to actually get stops on defense once someone's running a pick and pop player is to play size. And what that opens up is pick and pop slips and regular slips, like rolling to the basket type slips. So like that opens up the court a lot. It really does make a difference. You might not think it does, but it's really easy twos. And you might think with him being slow, it might not work well, but it does, just because it's super hard to defend a slip because that person's already running at full speed. And now the defender has to pretty much stop, turn around, and then start running at you, which by then it's pretty much over because the slips are super easy to do with a stretch because you have to respect their 3-point so much. And also, he has 9 defensive badges, so all you really need is like some rim protector and then like silver brick wall, and you can set some screens and actually try to get your guard open depending what kind of guard you're playing with. Now, the build I would pair this build up with is going to be that slashing with a little bit of sharpshooting pie chart, due to the fact that that player can actually get contact dunks and he can also shoot. So you can pretty much rim run the guard a bunch. And, you know, if they try to switch the big man onto you as the guard, if you're the guard, then of course you can just pretty much have your stretch post fade the guard or whoever's playing defense on him, or just post like him, whatever. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna be an easy bucket because they're not gonna be able to contest you. So now that's like the benefits to running this type of build. Of course, once again, it's not the most comp build. It's never gonna be for a while because they pretty much nerf stretches to the max. They're not really too good for anything besides just spotting up. But yeah, this is what you get. I think it's pretty good. Of course, not comp, but it's still pretty good. Then continue, body shapes, whatever you like. I'll just go barely. And then for the height, you have a couple options. I personally like 6'9" due to the fact that, you know, you're still going to have a really good 3. You're not bad driving dunk wise. You have an okay standing dunk. And then, of course, you're still like really good with the post fades, post hook. You're tall enough to still bully guards and stuff. But in my opinion, I think 6'10 is also really good because 6'10 allows you to still be a big man, kind of like 6'9 you're undersized, but 6'10 you're like pretty much where you want to be for a big man. And I think 6'10 and 6'9 are both very, very good. You get the same name regardless of which one you go with. So honestly, it's just preference at this point, whatever you like more. I think 6'9 is a little bit more for people that struggle to shoot, but also have a little bit of IQ. And I think the 6'10 is for like good for all around everybody. Like you cannot go wrong with the 6'10. But yeah, and then for the weight, I personally think going maxed out is your best bet. And let me tell you why. So a stretch is not gonna be fast regardless. It's gonna have like around 60 something speed at min weight, and there's really no point to go anything but max because now you're gonna have a little bit higher interior defense, and you already don't have good perimeter defense or lateral quickness. So in my opinion, there's no real reason to go low weight. I really don't see a reason to. Of course, the benefit for going low weight is that you're a little bit faster, but of course, I don't see the point in that if you're not going to be rim running a bunch. You're not going to be doing like a bunch of hedge defense. You might hedge, of course, but you're not going to be like trying to switch on the ball ever. Like, I just don't see the point of being super, super fast or even remotely fast because you're not going to be super fast with this build. So yeah, I just don't see any kind of point of going min weight. I just see a benefit to go max because you have better interior defense. So if someone does try to rim run you, at least you can stop them. And also you have a better strength, so you can set better screens. You can also hold box outs and stuff like that. But then for the wingspan, you have a couple options also. You can go max if you guys are really good shooters. I don't know how I feel about 83 point. I think if you're going to go like max wingspan, you might as well just go default because an 83 3-point is much better than an 83 point. But I also kind of recommend going min wingspan because a stretch could be really, really lethal because most of the time you're going to be out at the 3-point line anyway. So offensive rebounds seem pretty much out of reach. You're probably not going to get too many of those anyway. But of course, with like defensive rebounds, of course having longer wingspan is gonna be beneficial. But you are 6'10, so of course you're not gonna be playing too many builds that are gonna be much taller than you. So I think if you have the box out, you should be able to get the board. And of course, if you're going against like a 6'8 or 6'9, you are still taller. So of course you should be okay in that aspect. So I think min is gonna be kind of your best bet. Of course, it's not the most ideal for like defense and stuff, but of course it's still pretty good. You're not going to struggle too much. An 87 3-point is super, super lethal. But yeah, so let's get into the actual takeover. Personally, I like sharp takeover. I think it makes the most sense. That's the one I would go with. So I'm gonna continue, and then of course for the name, you're gonna get a stretch 5. Pretty cool name and stuff. You don't see too many of these on the park anymore. But yeah, that's it for video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. Let me know if you guys have a better version of the stretch. I looked around for a little bit. I think this is the best one, but of course there's people out there that do this for hours and hours on end. So if you guys found something different, just let me know in the comment section below, and peace.